So in most alternative funds, when you see a Cayman entity, what they're doing is they're putting all the futures in the Cayman entity, and then they own the Cayman entity. So it's called a controlled foreign corporation, which is it's a wholly owned subsidiary of the fund. So other people don't invest into it. It's just the fund itself. So in our case, anybody who trades commodities in a 40 Act fund, whether it's an ETF or a mutual fund or whatever, if it's regulated by the Investment Act of 1940, commodities, you got to be careful because they don't create good income, right? So if you have more than 10% of your returns come from commodities, you get into this kind of regulatory gray area where is it a RIC, a registered investment company, or is it a corporation? Mm-hmm. So you don't want that because now you got to fight with the IRS over double taxation issues. So what everyone's done for, it's almost 40 years now, I think PIMCO pioneered this, is in order to convert that any commodity income from the bad income category into good income, you have to do it inside of an equity vehicle. So, and the only way to do that safely is you control the equity vehicle. So essentially what you do is you create a subsidiary and you domicile it in the Cayman Islands. The money never leaves the U.S. It's in the bank account, from the fund at a U.S. bank. You're just using Cayman law for this offshore entity. It is the one that trades the commodity futures. And then the way you get the profits to come back is via a dividend. So you essentially create a subsidiary, you're managing it, you do all your commodity trading there, and then at the end of the year, the profits come back as a dividend. And that dividend is considered an equity dividend because it's an equity vehicle that washes the income and it becomes good income. So that's how everyone that I've ever seen gets commodity exposure into a mutual fund without creating a whole bunch of extra regulatory hurdles. So that's the reason for the Cayman entity. However, some people don't use the Cayman entity as intelligently as they should, in my opinion. They do all the futures trading through the Cayman entity. You don't need to do that. You just need to do the commodity futures through the Cayman entity. You can do currency and equity futures and bond futures domestically, and you get better tax treatment if you do so. So knowing these things and understanding how the rules actually work put you in a good position to structure your fund more intelligently, such that the tax burden on the investors is lower.